The rice industry has had a good story to tell on sustainability. Not content to rest on its laurels, the USA Rice Federation has adopted new sustainability goals for 2030. Rice producer Jennifer James, chairman of the USA Rice Sustainability Committee, discussed those in a presentation for the Rice Agricultural Sustainability Virtual Field Trip conducted by the University of Arkansas System Division of Agriculture.
So after that study was released, we started kind of looking toward the future. So if we've done this well in the past, where are we going? How much can we improve in the future? And to figure those things out and to look for sustainability goals in the future, we look to the folks who know best, and that's you, the rice farmers. That's also researchers in our industry, and nobody knows how to figure those out better. So we brainstormed a little bit, and we've arrived at the rice industry's 2030 sustainability goals, and those are to increase our land use efficiency by 10%, decrease our energy use by 10%, decrease our greenhouse gas emissions by 13%, decrease soil loss by 8%, and our water use by 13%. And so those metrics actually match the field to market indicators report, but we added in an additional one that we all know is very important in the rice industry, which is our biodiversity habitat creation. So we want to increase that by 10%. When you look at waterfowl and ducks and the migration in North America, 50% of that habitat actually overlays with rice growing areas, and that's no coincidence. And to rebuild that habitat, it would cost about $3.4 billion to recreate the habitat that we're already creating in our rice fields. So that's the amount of public good that we're contributing, to those species, to their development, to their sustainability as well. So you might be asking yourself, okay, well, yeah, I flood my fields in the winter for ducks, so I can help on that biodiversity metric, but what can I do as a rice farmer to help the industry reach those goals by 2030? So let's look at each one individually. We've got the soil loss metric. So a lot of us have precision leveled our fields, or we're in the process of doing that. That's a great way to decrease our soil loss. Maintaining a good drainage, our pipe drops, utilizing tailwater recovery will help the soil loss. Any conservation tillage that we can implement, cover crops, and the use of furrow irrigation in row rice will also help in the soil loss metric. To reduce our water use, go back to that precision land leveling. MIRI, multiple inlet rice irrigation, as there's an example of that in this field behind me. Alternate wetting and drying, AWD irrigation method, a row rice irrigation method. Utilizing tailwater recovery, surface water reservoirs are good ways to help us reduce our water usage. Implementing water level sensors and maybe even some pump automation in there, and those are the whole list of things that you can do on your farm to help meet that water use goal. When we move into greenhouse gas emissions, several of the things I just mentioned about the irrigation practices, MIRI, AWD, row rice, will help reduce the greenhouse gas emissions. Fertilizer management. Of course, we all know we don't want to use any more fertilizer than we absolutely need to utilize the highest yields, but using the 4 R's of nutrient management, which are right source, right rate, right time, and right place, will help on those greenhouse gas emissions, as well as moving away from diesel to electric and natural gas pumps as much as we can. So energy use is another metric. Anything that we can do to reduce our tillage passes in the field will reduce the energy use, and updating our equipment to newer, more efficient models. Also, we're starting to see a lot of solar panels and solar farms pop up around the state and on buildings besides grain bins. So, looking into the use of solar power is also another way that we can reduce our use. So when it comes to land use efficiency, a lot of this is going to be up to the breeders in our industry, and we have awesome private breeders, public breeders that are using a lot of new technologies that are available to them, such as marker-assisted breeding, the CRISPR technology, and we're going to have to rely on you guys to increase our yields for us by enhancing our varieties. So those are just a few things that you can do on your farm to help us reach the 2030 sustainability goals. I'm excited about this. I think we're going to hopefully see us meet those goals or even exceed them as we go forward, and it's an exciting time to be a rice farmer.